What's good, Facebook? I mean, I would say Facebook. I just said Facebook. YouTube. Welcome to Truth Heals 1111 with your girl Chloe, and we are back with another general predictive tarot card reading. Only take what resonates in this reading, but does not apply. Allow it to fly. This is to bring you truth and clarity in regards to what may be currently you may be experiencing in your life, or what you may need to know is going on around you. Only take what resonates in this reading. Again, if it's not for you, please check out my other spiritual brothers and sisters on YouTube to bring you truth and clarity in regards to your current situation. And we are going to see what is currently happening in your energy. I am going to pull some oracle cards. I am not tapping in no more. I just did it in the first one. It was enough. Oh, family, friends, sir, ma'am. Now, I'm gonna need you to tell. This first card that just flew out, the snake. As a Scorpio, I have three different animal spirits. I have the Scorpio, the eagle, and the phoenix. Two of those spirit animals eat snakes, right? I'm telling you to call out your inner spirit animal and get ready for a snake. Competition and enemy. The other woman. Look over your shoulder. Nah, baby, we ain't playing like that. Family, friends, sir, ma'am, nah. I'm telling you, one thing for certain, two for sure. I'm not about to look over my shoulder, baby. I'm gonna see you before you even come, and I'll be ready. Baby, what this here? I don't have no complex of going to jail. I got my bail money, baby. We swapping. It is what it is. You can call whoever. The snake saying, look over your shoulder. Family, friends, sir, ma'am. What? Oh, somebody here tripping. They tripping because somebody in their ego. The snake is in its ego. Okay. This can be another man, right? When you, sir, you got another man competing with you. Feminine, you got another woman. Or vice versa. You had somebody over here with competition and enemy, and look over your shoulder, the other man, the other woman. Ego, arrogance, having too much pride, being stubborn, and holding back. Cut down. Cutting out, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment. It's, oh Lord. It's somebody you're not communicating with. What? Sorry, ma'am. What it is? This person's partying. Having fun, clubbing, risky, fun with friends. Abundance is in reverse. Oh, Lord Jesus, to the what? Obsession. Oh, this is crazy. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes. Why just hear that song? Okay, somebody here could be out there like that. You know, it is what it is. You know, you free for all. You easily to be obtained, baby. I don't see how you competing, because, baby, for me and the people I know, baby, the real one's gonna be unattainable. The real ones are gonna be hard to get. The real ones ain't gonna be settling for no easily temptation. The real ones ain't about to, fall for anything, right? Just because it look good, feel good, smell good, don't mean it's good. The snake, to the ego, to the cut down, to the party, to the abundance in reverse, to the obsession. Okay. Family, friend, ancestors, why am I seeing this on my board today? What's your mofo problem? Show me the snake to the ego. Somebody got a family. This is somebody in a family dynamic. The chaser. This is somebody who cannot escape. This is somebody who can't escape the family dynamic. But you want to be a whole competitor and enemy. No, babe. I think you worried about the wrong thing. Shouldn't you be worried about your family? Ain't that more important? What's more important to you? Pursuit in reverse. Your pursuit is to party, to be risky, to be out there, to be promiscuous, to have fun, to be clubbing with friends, to be around friends, to want the validation, to want the acceptance, to want the clown. And you're easily attainable. I'm not impressed. Very much so not impressed. Show me party to the abundance in reverse. Extreme is in the reverse. Why is extreme in reverse? Surprise. What is the surprise? You a whole lost soul. So, family, friends, sir, ma'am, baby, don't come over here on my board trying to confuse me like you somebody out here trying to be somebody and you showing up as ain't nobody on my board. First of all, and I'm gonna speak freely from my mind, sir, ma'am, right? As a human being, we are all valuable in our own unique ways. Creative ways, right? When I was in my 20s, in my teens, I was just easy, free-flowing, free-spirited, out there, right? I was sowing my oats, as you can say, having fun, living my life, doing everything, because, I was young, dumb, and full of... Either way, as I get older and I experience life, how life comes to me, the good, the bad, the ugly, I learned some things in life, going through different experiences, meeting different people, places, and things, right? Life taught me. Eventually, there was a sense of me that I had to really ask myself, whether I was in my alter ego or who I am today. I had to say, Chloe, when are you going to get this together, right? Because your life doesn't evolve around anybody else. I had to take control and make the decisions of my own life. Now, did I want to have fun? Was I looking for ultimate, long-lasting love, family, things like that? I always dreamed about it. And I said one day it'll just come to me. And I met people along my way, but that was short-lived, right? I was still young, dumb, still growing. In this situation, I'm solely focused on me and my journey and where I'm going to go in life. But when it comes to competition and the enemy and the other woman and having a family and ego and the chaser, the cut down, the pursuit, the party, the surprise, the loss, the obsession. This is a whole mental health problem. This is seriously mental health. What is going on with you? This is really mental health. The lies led you nowhere. This says the lies led you nowhere. Seek or speak the truth. So you lied, which led you nowhere. This says seek or speak the truth. Triggers affect the ability to trust. So you trigger. You're triggered by somebody's confidence. And this has you both share spiritual experiences. You both share spiritual experiences. Okay. The only friend said, ma'am, I used to know somebody like this. I really did. I thought it was my twin. Could have been my twin. I don't know. But that one fell off. Either way, we both shared life altering and spiritual experiences as well. I intuitively knew that because we were just alike. Like, he triggered me because he mirrored me, right? I was like, you're me. And I couldn't believe I never came across that. I always prayed that I would meet somebody like me. Be careful what you pray for because I encountered it. Except the past person I was dealing with was a past version of me when I was in my 18s and 20s. You know what I'm saying? But I triggered that person too. But I knew I was triggering because I would do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew what I was doing when I triggered, right? And I think he knew what he was doing when he triggered. So we were just having a whole trigger fest party, right? But I knew, right, that we were supposed to do something great together, right? Um, I healed. Now, I don't know what he did, but I healed because I wasn't gonna go back to being the same person I used to be. I wanted different from myself. I didn't want to be jealous of another person, envious of another person, or threatened by another person. Um, but the triggers really do affect the ability to trust, right? Um, because when my person triggered me intentionally, I thought he was doing things to trigger me, right? Like, why are you trying to do this today? But it was meant for him to trigger me because it was some things about me that I couldn't. He was a reflection of me, and because he was a reflection of me, I couldn't tolerate looking at me. So, like, it was one minute that I had love for the person, but he triggered me because I'm like, why? I be feeling like I'm supposed to be here, but then another part of me wants to run, right? So there's a minute of me that wants to chase after the person, right? Because I have love, but I run because of the problems that came with it. Lies lead you nowhere. Seekers speak the truth. I spoke my truth. Um, Now I don't know anything that I ain't engaging on his story because that's his story. I can't speak for how or where his life is. I just know, again, there's no communication here like this, right? Um, and the cut down, the partying, the obsession, feeling lost, surprise, yeah, I can definitely resonate on this one, but this was something I had to heal from. Um, Whoever this is, if you can relate to that type of story, to where you involved with somebody, you're triggering each other. Somebody could be obsessed with being your enemy or obsessed with, you know, cutting you down because they're in their ego. They have a family. They like to have fun. They like to be out there. And they have an obsession, but they're surprised that somebody feels lost. Um, Even through these spiritual experiences, sir, ma'am, I can feel the energy of someone just feeling like you don't know what your next move is going to be. When you want it to be your best move, but you don't know what your next move is going to be. What is your next move? Let's get into tarot and let's tap in. Spirit, divine, universe, ancestors. Oh, quit trying to block me. You not pushing me out. Stop trying to block. I'm somebody here trying to block me from seeing. You don't want me to see, but I'm going to see. I'm a little bit stronger than you, sir. You know, you can't block me. Now you can reject permission from me. Is what you're doing. And which I won't have permission, but my ancestors will reveal to me what's going on. If they want me to know, spirit, ancestors, most high, show me what I need to see. The trickery, the manipulation, the ego, the pride, the selfishness, the self-centered. I want what I want, how I want it, sir, ma'am. The chariot. But I can't move on with my life because I have a family. I'm in a situation with somebody who is obsessed with me. Or me obsessed with another person. My ego feels like it's been being cut down. Why? The chaser. Because you're exposed, you feel naked, you feel neutral, you feel like, yeah, I see you. Show me the chariot to the 7 of Swords. And you're not happy with the 9 of Cups in reverse. You are not satisfied. You are not happy in life, the things you have accomplished, where you're at in this moment. You don't feel like you have achieved everything in life that you have ever dreamed about. You've ever envisioned the things that you truly wanted. It's almost like stop. It's come to a halt due to some sort of family situation. The 4 of Pentacles is in reverse. The 4 of Pentacles is with the 9 of Cups is meaning like you have to give to a situation which is spiritually, financially, mentally, emotionally draining you. Show me the 4 of Cups. You're heartbroken because you really saw yourself being on top. Having success, having stability, being grounded, being the provider, being somebody to be dependent on, being looked at as somebody that was of high value energy. Nine of Pentacles, with everything you investing in, reaping the rewards of life, reaping the life of having the benefits that you were able to reach a level and being able to live off of reaching a level. But you sort of got entangled in a family situation in which your dream has been shattered. Show me the 9 of Pentacles. With somebody that there's no love in this situation, with the Lovers in reverse. So you're connected to somebody that does not love you. You do not love this person, but yet you're trying to work with this person that you can't walk away from. Alright, so if this is your situation, then why not try to make it work? Why can't you try to, spark the fire, or go to marriage counseling, go to family counseling? Why aren't you doing something better to fix the situation instead of harboring on the worst parts of where your life is in the relationship? Why? You're binded to it. You've come to accept that this is the place that you are at in life in this very moment, and there's like a stuck situation to which you're committed to the situation, you're binded to it, you agreed to it, you made the decision to be here. Okay. Something you didn't see. The Tower. Oh, no ham, no ma'am, no sir, no turkey, no. Okay. So, sir, ma'am, man, woman, I don't know what this is. But first of all, we got the 3 of Swords. We got the Lovers in reverse. We got the Six of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Swords to the Tower. Let it burn. Let it burn. I mean, I would let the tower fall. If I'm in a situation, I'm unhappy, and it's caused emotional heartbreak because of love, this means that you made the choice to invest in this out of your own decision making of what you feel like love was to you. And your love was based off of the illusion that you would be the King of Pentacles in the Nine of Pentacles, right? But you end up partnering with somebody that does not love you. Almost like you were fed into a situation to stay into it. Now, with the Eight of Swords was like, it was almost like you were conned, you were manipulated into this family dynamic. Whether you have kids or something that binds you to a family unit, right? You know, these are obligations, these are commitments, these are something that, you know, a man or a woman, you know, you made the decision to do this, then, you know, this is what it is. To the Eight of Swords to the Tower, it's almost like you two are both unhappy because you're stuck together. And with the Tower, everything is falling apart for you at this time. It's not working, right? But again, I don't know how you made this decision, why you made it. We'll see. Show me, because you were being sneaky. And see, this is what the energy you were giving in the first place. Now, if you would have wholeheartedly showed up as a man or a woman to work on being in a family and building a family and doing things that families do, then I'm sure things would have played out differently. But instead, intentionally, I don't know if this was you, your partner, but this is Seven of Swords. Somebody here had a plan, had intentions of being sneaky, getting away with something, thinking you were getting away with something. You don't look like you got away with anything because there's that Tower. Alright, show me the Seven of Swords. Now you feel burdened. Now you feel like you are carrying a lot of responsibilities in regards to this family dynamic. And with the Seven of Pentacles, it seems like you invested in a situation with the partner that didn't love you. You could have gave your time, your energy, your resources. But again, your intentions were this. You get what you give. You give what you're going to get. Your intentions are this. This is what comes. Okay? This is what comes with your mindset. The Tower and the Ten of Wands. And, you know, let's call a spade a spade. Your problems. Because you were being sneaky. And then the home is upside down. Are you losing a home? You losing a home? The Tower to the Ten of Wands to the Four of Wands. You may not sure what to do next. It feels like you are dealing with something right now in regards to shelter. To the Tower, to the Ten of Wands, to the Four of Swords. It's almost like you are being put on the spot to come up with some sort of decision making in regards to moving, in regards to losing a home, in regards to where you're going to live, in regards to what you're about to do. All because you thought you was being tricky. It's tricky, tricky, tricky. Dancing to rock around, time. It's tricky. You trick, you trick, you tricky. Okay. Tricked yourself into a whole 10 of wands to the tower. Baby, where they do that at? One card at a time. Spirit, ancestors, most high. It feels like you don't have any help around. It feels like the more you try to ask people for help, people are denying you. What is the Seven of Wands? The Hierophant to the Nine of Swords. Are you some sort of like priest or something? You do some sort of like religious or you sir, ma'am, you were like what is that called? Idol, IDOLATERY, right? This is almost like the book in the Bible when they worshiped the bull, right? And Moses went up into the mountain and he came down with the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear covenant, thou shalt not, you know, things like that with the 10 commandments. You were portraying yourself as some sort of high spiritual ranking person, but yet your intentions were this. And now you're this. So, if you were some sort of spiritual or religious leader or something like that, shouldn't you automatically know that your higher power was going to take care of you anytime and every time you face any challenges, obstacles, and adversity? Oh, ye of little faith. Maybe you were talking the talk, but you really truly did not believe in a power greater than yourself. You may have portrayed yourself as you're religious, you're spiritual, you're this, that, and the other. But again, the circumstances that have been presented in front of you shows that, oh, ye of little faith. You don't have any faith. Show me the Nine of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse to the... No, okay, wait. No, this was in... Okay, this was in reverse. I flipped it upright. The Wheel of Fortune to the Empress in reverse. Even if I took it like this, right? This still wouldn't make sense for the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress to be upright, right? This would be like fate going in the Empress's favor, but the Wheel of Fortune to the Empress in reverse. Your partner, your partner set you up. Your partner, this Empress in reverse, had a plan for the two of you. This was some sort of plan that the Empress in reverse had for you two. Okay, what was this plan? Show me the plan. The plan was to feed you a whole bunch of illusions and delusions so you wouldn't walk away. That was the plan. The plan was to feed you whatever you wanted to hear, whatever you wanted to be, whatever you wanted to know. This was almost like Your feminine energy was, feeding your ego, feeding your pride, making you feel like you were this priest or whatever this is. The whole plan, right, was like to make you feel like you were something, right? And that feels good, right? When people validate your feelings, right? But what happens when you take it too far to the head and you actually forget who you truly are? In this circumstance, you forgot who you were, or somebody helped you to forget who you were, because it says you've had spiritual experiences as somebody else. Um, mm, Crazy. The Knight of Cups. It wasn't a genuine offer. It wasn't a genuine opportunity. This was not the golden ticket here, y'all. This was like one of those dollary lottery tickets you buy in a machine. It's almost like a stroke of luck. You know what I mean? But somebody fed you the illusion and the delusion that you were gonna do this, you were gonna do that, and then pouring into your ego and pride like you're this and you're that, and you were sucking it all in. So, baby, you met somebody just as tricky, just like you. You, okay, you met your twin, right? Okay. The world's in reverse. You repeated a cycle with this person. This is not the first time you've been in a situation like this before. Maybe you didn't learn the lesson the first time that you were in a situation with the person and you were put in a compromising situation. That would have stung me hard enough to know, like, I can't really deal with you like that, because each and every time I get involved with you, I always find myself in a messed up situation. This was something you keep consistently running back to. All right, you like it. I love it. Both of you, both of you, things are ending in your world right now. Show me the world twice. You're dark. Could be because you're dark. Maybe I always say it like this, right? No matter what love is, right? Whether you're love and light or you're just dark and mystical, right? I will say this: in order to be a balanced person, a dark must know the light and the light must know the dark. And there has to be a balance between both. You're good, you're bad, you're light, you're dark. The angel, the demon. You and your partner were just on demon time. Karma. 5 of Pentacles. Oh, this is crazy, bro. Yeah, I'm about to get off this reading. If this is your reading, I don't know why you would be in my energy or why you're here on my board. You can remove yourself out of my energy and this won't come up in the cards and you won't be exposed. Or you can stay in the energy and I'm going to speak on you each and every time you're in my energy. But you have a choice. May the odds be ever in your favor. Stuck. Stuck in the 5 of Pentacles. Fate. Your fate. This is your fate. That's crazy work. Now there's a whole bunch of arguing, conflict, confusion. and a lot of in the head thinking, reliving the memories, reliving the past, reliving the steps on how things played out, revisiting the past. Ten of Wands. What you should have, could have, would have done, but didn't. Alright. Show me the Five of Pentacles. Because you want. Oh, Lord Jesus. Page of Cups, Three of Cups, and the Lovers in reverse. Not only were you and your partner toxic, your friends were toxic too. And nobody had love for anybody in the situation. I mean, because your real friends would really tell you how you're moving. Your real friends would be the ones that, want you to be happy in a family dynamic. The Page of Cups is people only manipulating each other, using each other, abusing each other, getting, like, robbing Peter to pay the Paul in their own circle. Like, you're all manipulating each other, you're all using each other, you're all abusing each other. Of course the Tower was going to happen, because there's a lot of discernment when you look at who are the real people in your life and who are the fake ones. When you take a look at your circle and the people you connected to, count how many people in your circle are real ones. You are not getting no praise, no validation. You are not being seen as somebody special. You are actually being seen as somebody. You could be having a lot of people like blame you for the reason why things have happened. There could be like a lot of, it's almost like the blame, right? Everybody blaming one person, but not just taking accountability for everybody playing a part in this situation. You played a part, you played a part, you played a part, you did this, you did that, you move like this, you move like that, you sent this, you sent that, you did this, you did that, but you're dark. So I don't think anybody would ever do that because you're dark, right? Who wants to be exposed to the light? In this situation, I'll expose you to the light. Show me how this played out. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, all for money. With no emotions to have the Ace of Pentacles. See, baby, in order to have the Ace of Pentacles, you don't ever chase after the Ace of Pentacles. A King of Cups is naturally going to an upright. It's going to be emotionally intelligent to know where his Ace of Pentacles sits at. And King of Cups to the Ace of Pentacles, you chased after money. You're not going to have the Ace of Pentacles. A King of Pentacles, a King of Cups is not chasing. The King of Cups attracts. He knows where he's supposed to go to get his Ace of Pentacles. He's smart, he's wise, he's balanced, he's logical and emotional. King of Cups twice. You and your person were both mentally, emotionally out of there. All for money. Chasing money, chasing thrills, chasing the fast life, chasing, well, baby, if that's where you want to be, then be out there. See, what you can do, I am family friends, and this ain't to brag with nobody, but I'm old enough to experience to know that I've chased after so many things in life, and every time I got to the end and I got something, was just as fast as I lost it. When I learned that I needed to change something about my thinking and my emotions, that's where the game changes, because I can attract. I don't have to chase. What's meant for me is always going to be mine. And what's not meant for me is always going to leave my life. And baby, if it leaves my life, it leaves my life. Ain't no bad feelings about it. Let it go. Ten of Swords. Now, I said this in a reading when I first started doing tarot, right? I've experienced Ten of Swords. A lot of people have experienced that betrayal. I want you to understand when your intentions of first drawing a sword and trying to intentionally hurt somebody, that's one sword. Two swords, three of swords, that's heartbreak, right? But then you kept doing the sword thing, boom, boom, boom. Now, what you misconstrued that when somebody takes each one of those swords, pulls it out, and that wound starts to heal, take out the other sword, the other sword, the other sword. What's left on those ground is the 10 swords. And what's on the 10 sword is the blood in the hands of the person that caused the 10 swords, right? Them 10 swords belongs to the person that stabbed the other person in the back. So they belong to you. Here's your 10 of swords right back. And I told you in this reading where I seen it, I seen this reading like a year and a half ago when I first started doing tarot, and I was tapping in my intuition. Again, when somebody does 10 of swords, them swords have a hand on it. Somebody has to hold the sword to go and stick into somebody's back. If a person can take these swords out one by one by one, what's left is the print of each sword. Those belong to somebody. You got your swords right on back. 10 of swords. You betrayed yourself. Not living in your own truth, not doing what's best for you, being smart, being wise, accepting things for what they are. No, these are your swords and you got them right back. Okay, show me the 10 of swords. 6 of Pentacles in reverse to the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Because you were investing from taking, and the 7 of Pentacles, you were trying to rob somebody. You were taking, you were wanting to rob somebody else. You were taking and trying to steal from somebody else. Oh no, here you go. You had those swords right over there. No, thank y'all. And yet, first of all, believe me, when it gets exposed that your fingerprints were on these swords, now you're going to be looked at as the person that betrays people. Look at your swords. This is you. These are your swords. Your swords belong to you, sir, ma'am. Let me go back into the proof of my tarot card readings. Let's pull out some receipts. When initially, years ago, when this thing first started, you, this, that, and the other, you and this person, the dark people, right, were taking certain actions in which it was being observed, because I was seeing it through tarot, right, through my intuition. I'm blah, 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 blah. I seen the whole play. Either way, go back and even if you look at other tarot card readings from the past, spiritualists, you do tarot card readings, go back to the past when you were reading cards and it was so personal and deep to you, even you started to cry because you knew what the person was doing at the time that they were doing it, and you were reporting it on your channel that this person and that person was doing this at this time on this certain day, whether past, present, or future. The receipts are here that these swords belong to these people. And so you get your swords back. Maybe they were going to be seen as the innocent one. They were going to see as how they can take on life as life turns and how they can give freely and take and do. Mm-hmm. That's crazy work. Well, that plot failed anyway. Thank you for listening to Truth Heals 1111. This is not my story. I hope it is not yours, but if it is, sir, yeah, those swords belong to you. Um, the only thing you can do is, I don't know what you gonna do. But I love each and every one of you, and then I will see you in another one.